Here we go. So hey guys, welcome back to our second live, or is it our second? I think it's our third. Maybe it's our third. It's our third, I think. Live Q&A video. Super excited about it. Love interacting with you guys. And today we still have giveaways. You guys have been so interactive that all our sponsors are just wanting to contribute more. So we're going to be giving away Dirt Nap Gear Broadheads at the end of this video, along with some rack seasoning. I'm going to tell you guys exactly how to enter to win towards the end of the video. But right now, we're going to get started. What we're going to be talking about is how to film your own hunts, and we might be testing some Dirt Nap Gear Broadheads towards the end. Now you can see I'm outside. I'm going to be swatting at the mosquitoes, and it's hot. It's like 90-something degrees out here. But I came out here so I can show you exactly how the camera arms and everything set up, and then how we can shoot, you know, out here we can shoot the broadheads. So this is about to be lit. So I'm going to try to answer like all the comments that come on board on here. You can see there's stuff on the lens there, but the thing is, you guys are going to be going through so fast. I just hope that I can see each and every single one of your guys' comments. So at it again. So thank you guys for tuning in. At the end, I'll show you guys actually what we're giving away. We're going to give away some Dirt Nap Gear Broadheads. So these bad boys are what I've been shooting for quite a few years now. Put down a lot of deer. Even got the THG green there. And then we'll also be giving away some rack seasoning. The seasoning that we use on everything. It's the best seasoning out there. Put on your deer. You can put on your turkey nuggets. You can put it on just about anything. So with that, we're going to get started. I hunt with beagles, Mississippi. Okay, you can start them here. Okay, we've got you guys on there, so we're going to start going through and just talking a little bit about filming your own hunt, because I've been doing it for years now. I've actually probably been filming my own hunts since somewhere around when I was a senior in high school, which is a long ways back for me. It goes back to at least 2004. I've been filming my hunts. Even before then, I've probably been filming my hunts since about 2001, 2002. And over the years, the reason I've gotten pretty good now is just because I've fallen and fell on my face a million times, and it's been rough. But now I've gotten pretty good. If you guys haven't seen our videos, we have tons of videos on our YouTube channel. I encourage you to go back and watch them. Season 8, I think Season 7. We're in Season 8 now. Season 7 was just incredible. The kind of quality of film that we got each year, it gets better and better and better. And I want to show you guys why. You guys ready for this? Nice, man. I just thanks. Outdoor action. I appreciate that. So I'm going to try to show you guys the best we can. What I'm doing is I've actually got my camera here is the phone. So I'm going to be moving it around and showing you guys exactly what we're going to be using here. So when it goes to filming your own hunts, it might not be for everybody. I absolutely enjoyed it, or enjoy it, because it's the way that I can bring the hunt to you guys. It's not just about me going out and hunting now. It's sharing that excitement and that thrill that I get, and God's great creation, and bringing it to a screen where everybody else can watch. Where's your camera at, man? Where's your cameraman at tonight? So, you guys are getting me distracted. Anyway, I love filming, but it might not be for everybody. I won't go out in the woods and hunt personally anymore, probably without a camera, because that's part of the thrill for me, is trying to capture it on camera. And honestly, if I can't probably capture it on camera, unless it's just some kind of monster, then I'm probably not going to film it, because I love bringing it to you guys just as much as I love being out there and hunting. I'm going to make sure my screen's doing something funky there. So anyway, what we're using here, I'm going to show you guys this setup here as best as I can. This is a 4th arrow camera arm. Let me go over here to get everything set up. There we go. Now this is called the Stiff Arm Pro. As you can tell, it's a little heavier duty, and you can see all the nice scratches and dings, because if I use it, I'm going to put it through the works. I've been hiking in the backcountry last year, and I just went bushwhacking everywhere, and this thing held up. It is an exceptional product for a 4th arrow. You can put your own fluid head on it. 4th arrow actually has some fluid heads that you can purchase there. And the nicest thing about the 4th arrow camera arms, or one of the nicest things, they're all nice. I mean, this is pretty lightweight right there in itself. But you have these tree mounts here, and they actually, I want to call them, it's a shoulder replacement. or a shoulder. This is a shoulder here. But these are your mounts that you can attach to your tree. Now, the nice thing about them, if you guys have seen any other products on the market, I won't mention any other names out there, but if you've seen other products on the market, they can be very expensive just to replace this mount. Like, it could be $100 to put this mount up, and if you guys are like me and you have multiple stand locations, to take this down every single time, transport it to another setup, it can be tough, and it's just not fun to do, to get in there early in the morning, ratchet everything down. Well, they have them where you can buy these for their stiff arm pro and for their carbon stiff arm. For, I believe, the carbon stiff arm, you can get 4 of them for like 99 bucks, and for the stiff arm pro, you can get like 3 for 99 bucks. So that allows you to have the affordability to purchase multiple ones. Go ahead and have them in your tree, strapped up, and then all you're bringing around is this right here. If you even want to bring that. If you're pretty okay with leaving this and you're going to go out there the next day, just take your fluid head off and you're ready to go. They are super easy to level. With this shoulder here, it's actually just got a tool. It's got a bubble on top, and it allows you to, you can mount this on any kind of branch whatsoever. It can be angled or whatever, but it's super easy to do. So there's that. Now, you guys got a lot of comments going on there. Can't see the mount. Let me show you guys the mount here. I'm going to take the camera off, and we're going to walk and talk a little bit. So here's the mount here. This is the shoulder. This is a mount that's super easy. I mean, you can see the nice ratchet strap that you have right there on the back. It's really nice and secure. This is a Stiff Arm Pro, and you can actually, it will come with 2 different straps, so you can actually put 2 different ratchet straps on there, so you can have a pretty heavy camera on here and it's going to support it. I use only 1 strap because the only camera I'm using, we'll get into in just a minute, is a Canon G30 on this setup right now. But if I wanted to put a dual camera setup on here, it would definitely support it with the Stiff Arm Pro. Now, they've got the carbon, which is nice because it's nice and lightweight. Your mounts, I actually got it pulled up over there, so I mean, go pull it. I got to scroll up to it. This is how crazy it's been. So your Stiff Arm Pro, you're going to come in at $299, and your carbon arm is 199 bucks. So this whole setup can come in for $299, and then for additional, I think 99 bucks, you can get 3 of the bases there. Now the carbon is going to come in at $199, and then I believe you're going to get 4 bases for the 99 bucks there for the carbon. But super easy to set up. You can see, you unscrew this, slide it around. Well, let me just take this all out for you. I want to do it all one-handed, show you guys how easy it is. Whoop, already tightened everything. Whoop. So it's super easy. It comes apart too easy, and then you just simply pull this out once you're done. So then you can attach your bases there. When you come in the morning, you can slide in your shoulder mount, slide it all the way down, twist this little thing here. They actually have like a quick attachment now, which is really, really nice on the new models. This is last year's model, so I'm trying to tighten it one-handed. There we go. Tighten it up, secure it up. Bring your camera arm out, and once you have, for this stand setup in here, once you've already got that shoulder positioned where it was level, you can see it's still level there. Slide it in, and you're ready to go. So, exceptional product. If you guys are starting to get into filming your own hunts, if you're going in to film your own hunts for the first time, I would probably suggest getting the carbon arm. It's a little cheaper, it's lighter weight, and if you're just starting off, you're probably more than likely going to have a pretty light camera on there. Do you have an Instagram? I have an Instagram. It's THGTV is my Instagram. So this one's just their regular stiff arm. So this one's not the carbon, but this is their stiff arm. This stiff arm actually comes in at 159 bucks. So it's even lighter, or it's even cheaper than the carbon. Not as light, but it's going to be very, very close to the same size as the carbon arm. Let's see if you guys got any questions on here. The broadheads that I'm going to give away are called Dirt Nap DRTs. No, I'm not using a Hawk phone grip right now on the chair. I have a lot of Hawk products, but I don't have this one. This one's just for my phone that I got off of Amazon. I've been shopping around. Okay, so since you guys are still on there, hopefully you guys are still on there for a while because we've still got a lot to talk about. I'm going to show you guys some more products here. So, a lot of you guys might be wondering, you can see how hot it is. I'm sweating. There you go. Somebody just asked, Outdoor Action just asked, what camera are you filming with? I'm actually filming, this year I picked up, this is a Canon G40. It's newer, I believe it's new this last year. And I love it. It really, really does work well. You get your, I believe, 20 times optical, and that's one thing you guys always want to look for. Don't look at digital zoom, always look at an optical zoom. It's going to give you the best quality. This one's got 20 times optical. I believe differences between like this and the G30 are going to be, it's got like a better color processor and everything in here, and you're going to just have a lot better color and a lot better image overall. This camera is probably going to come in at a base price about $1,200. If you go down to like the G30, you're probably going to be closer to that $800 or $900 for a brand new camera, and you probably get down to the G20 and hit that $600 to $700 to $800. I'm not for sure. The low light in these are actually pretty dang good. It's actually got like a low lux setting in here, and it really works well. I like them a lot. If I'm in the woods, I can tell you if I'm in the deep woods, I probably lose camera light 5 minutes maybe sometimes, unless there's enough light coming in before it gets dark. But if I'm in the field, I can videotape past shooting light with this camera here. Canon cameras are the best to film. Bought one for $400. So there you go. One thing you can add to that, I'll show you here. You can add this directly. I'll just set this all up for you guys so you guys can see exactly. Now, as far as fluid heads, that's what I'm hooking up here right now. As far as fluid heads, Fourth Arrow does have some fluid heads there. If you're looking for a more like semi-professional one, this one's like a Cowboy Studio. I believe it comes in at around just under $100 or something like that. You can look it up on Amazon. But it does really make for some really smooth pan shots. Now you can see everything's got a lot of wear and tear because my equipment goes everywhere. It's going bushwhacking through the deepest, darkest parts of our woods, and it gets worn and rubbed and scratched and dinged. But a fluid head makes some nice pan shots. You can add a Very Zoom remote to these, which for anybody that's going to be self-filming like I do, this makes a world of difference. All you have to do on these, slide them in here, loosen it up enough first, slide it in, and then you're actually going to plug it in to your camera here. There's your remote. Plug it into your camera, and what that's going to allow you to do, I'd probably move it up, just put it where it's comfortable for you on your setup here. Now, instead of having to, say for instance, I've got my bow in my hand, and you always want to be ready, especially when you're bow hunting. It's a lot harder to self-film a bow hunt. I like to have my arrow and everything already ready to go, just sitting there. And instead of having to manually come up here with my hand, move, zoom, try to focus, or whatever I'm doing there, this allows you to bring all the controls back to you, allows you to do it one-handed. And so with this setup here, you can extend this arm, so you can make sure the camera's far enough away from you, extend the arm back. Now I'm sitting far enough back that I've got the Very Zoom right here at my fingertips. I'm probably going to have this a little bit lower than it is right now if I'm filming myself on a tree, but I have it up for the camera here. And then I've got the other hand here. I'll film, get that camera to a good spot, and then I've only got just a few seconds that I have to stop and pull back my bow. So it makes a world of difference using a Very Zoom. There's a lot of different varieties out here on these two, and they can range in prices from probably $100 to a couple $100. Do you use a tripod for filming and a box stand? I do. I actually brought a setup for you guys here. So this is Fourth Arrow's just inexpensive tripod here. Now I like the inexpensive ones because it's exceptionally lightweight. Anytime you're self-filming and you're adding, if you're self-filming, you're adding a lot of gear to your bag. Now you've got a tripod, you've got the camera, you might have the the mount for the tree. You've got everything that you've got to carry now because you don't have a cameraman with you. But this is exceptionally lightweight. When I'm hunting, I'll go ahead and I'll have it fully extended, ready to go. If I'm hunting in, I always hunt wherever I go into the area, and I hunt out of the area. So if I'm filming myself, even if I'm bow hunting, I'm gonna have this fully extended, just like so. It's really, really light. Some of you guys might be like, well, that's not gonna keep up. Just take care of it. It's gonna last you for a long time if you guys take care of it. So here we go. And then what I've got is, you've usually got my camera already mounted. I've got this just kind of draped over my shoulder. I've got my gun or my bow in my other hand, just in case, because you know as I do, when you're out there hunting, in a moment's notice, that deer's gonna be right in front of you when you least expect it. So then you can throw this down, throw out the legs, and I'm still gonna be able to capture that film, or that deer on film. So that's happened 1,000 times, and you guys have seen it on the videos. But let me show you exactly this cool setup here. They came out with a new product this last year. This is called their Rex Arm. It does great for filming in your blinds. So like we've got redneck blinds out here, and it doesn't matter where you're filming. If you're using a tripod and you're just fixed position, let me just take this all apart here. We're live, so we can do this, right? Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. It's a lot of information coming at you, but I'm going to take this all apart real quick so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. How did I get my sponsors? A lot of hard work. So I've been doing this for years now, and you got to build up a following. You got to be yourself. That's a big thing. Everybody in the hunting industry tries to be another show that's already out there. Be your own hunting show. And then work really, really hard. Prove them. You got to start somewhere. It might be starting with a discount and then working up from there, and then you're building that relationship. So anyway, let me take this all off. The great thing about being live is you guys actually get to see how all this stuff works and how easy it really is. So this last year, Fourth Arrow came out with a product called the Rex Arm. They've also got one out there that's newer than this. I can tell you exactly what it's called here real quick. It's called the Raptor, and it's smaller than this. It's a little shorter. So anytime that you are filming your own hunts, or someone's filming you in a blind, it doesn't ever matter if you have this fluid head set up right here. That's the camera angle that you've got. That's all you've got to work with. If you've got a window blocked right here, that it's in between the two windows, you don't have a gap there, and that's where the deer is going to walk every single time, and that's where he's going to stop, is right behind where you don't have a shot with your camera. Instead of having to pick up and move your tripod over like you would normally have to do, and they now have an attachment here. Attach this to the top. Whoop. Attach that right there to the top of your tripod here. Give me 1 second. Get that going. I'm going to turn this down a little bit here. Attach that to your top of your tripod. Put on your Rex Arm. And you can put this on before or after. It doesn't matter. There we go. And just like that, try to raise it up a little bit for you here. Ooh, now we're getting fancy, aren't we? All right. So just like that, now you've eliminated that blocked shot that you would have had earlier because of that window. So, I'm gonna loosen that up, sorry. So now that deer walks in, you've got a window here. It's blocked. Outside that window, you got another window coming up. Now you can just swivel this all the way around, and there you go. You don't have any blind spots anymore. Exceptional product. Really, really glad that they came out with this. So that way when we're in our rednecks or a box blind or a pop-up blind, whatever you might be in, and you're sitting there hunting with your tripod, you now got an attachment that takes away all those blind spots there. So let's see what you guys are saying. We're just getting started. I don't even know what time it is. Let me see what time it is on here. We're only 20 minutes in. Any tips to avoid shine, glare from the sun? You know, I really don't have too many tips. other than you're probably just going to have to deal with it. That's something that always happens. You know, as hunters, you know, most of the time we're actually going to try to set up where we've got the sun at our backs. That way we're sitting in the shadow. So that kind of benefits you quite a bit there. Now, there are attachments that you can get on like Amazon and stuff that it's got, they're cheap. They're pretty much, I think, like $5 if you go on Amazon. But for your camera, I don't have any with me. But it's actually a little Velcro cover you can slide on, and it creates a little box that just looks in your direction. That way you can actually see your lens there without anything obstructing it, like any flares or anything from the sun. So everybody's at home sitting on deck. I'm excited about it. Well, I'm at home not sitting on my deck. I'm standing outside my porch sweating because it's so daggum hot out here. So anyway, that's that. Let's keep going. We still got more products to go. So anytime that I am self-filming, what arrows do you use? We use Dirt Nap Gear broadheads. We're going to stay on the filming topic as far as we can, and for maybe another 10 minutes, and we'll get further on. Cell phone and mod. No, I don't think so. Someone was asking if I ever shot with the cell phone. Someone's asking about Grant Woods on there. My affiliate with Grant. No, I actually worked with Grant back when I was in college before he ever had the show. And when I started up the show, I kind of went for him. He's kind of been a mentor as far as kind of starting and giving me some direction of the show. I would say there's two guys that he's got. His shows is different than mine for sure. You can definitely tell when you watch it. But two guys with similar passions that are out there working. We got similar shows, but we just go a different direction with it. So anyway, I'm going to keep going. Now, when you are self-filming, and if you guys are interested in like kind of trying to create a show, that you got to make sure that you get more than one camera angle. The camera angle of the deer walking in and getting shot is great. That can hold people's attention. But if you want to go one step further, get the camera angle of you seeing exactly what you're doing as that big buck's walking in. Then that gives you two camera angles at least to go back and forth with, and you're going to create a great show. You can be on the outdoor channel at that point. But it's super easy now with the products they've got out there. Now, we use Spy Point trail cameras. Spy Point also makes Excels out there. And this is one of their newer ones here. This is one of their just regular Spy Point Excels. It's got a nice screen in the back so you can actually see exactly what you're viewing. This one comes in at 4K. I've really been impressed with the quality of video on this camera. This is actually a chest mount. So if you guys wanted to, you know, walking up to your deer or whatever, you could use this chest mount and get some really cool angles. Maybe it's setting up your equipment while you're sitting there in the stand, getting a cool camera angle of you fumbling around with everything there, but you just snap it all in, easy, ready to go. They also have their other Spy Point Excels here. This one's, I'm not for sure which one this is. This one I think is a HD or HD2. I can't see inside. I think this one's just a HD. Now this one doesn't have the screen in the back or anything like this. The battery life on this one's actually a little bit better because you don't have that screen on the back. But what allows you to get some really cool camera angles is this one is extremely wide angled, even more so than the other one. But you could set this up a little ways away from you, pointing at you. You can turn it on remotely, and when that deer starts to come in, turn that on. You don't have to worry about it at that point. All you're worrying about is your main camera angle here, getting that deer as it comes in, and then this one's going to do all the work by itself. Fourth Arrow actually makes some cool products. This one is called their Outreach arm. This is going to be new for me. I got really excited when I saw it. You simply screw this into the tree, and it's going to be really easy. I mean, that point is sharp. So you screw this into a tree. Even it's got like a little anchor leg there that's going to give you some more stability. And all you have to do, if you want to set multiple ones of these, just carry this around with you. And once you get to the tree stand, slide that in. At that point, I don't have it set up right now with the attachment that I need, but I could attach, well actually, watch this. You ready for it? Spy Point comes equipped, and so does Fourth Arrow here. I gotta take this apart though. Yeah, the only bad thing about wide angle is it does make things look further than it is, but when you're filming yourself and you're trying to get the camera angle of you want it to be far away, because this camera right here, the SpyPoint XL, can be setting only a matter of feet away from you, and it's getting your full body, so it's seeing exactly what you're doing. I don't want to watch somebody and just see their face right here and see them looking at a deer. I want to see how their body language is towards that deer walking in, and how they're moving and adjusting, and when they're pulling back their bow. I don't want a small, tight camera angle there. I want a wide angle here. So actually, I've just got to put a different attachment on it still. But you can take this XL, put it right there on the end of this outreach arm, and extend it out. Pretty cool, huh? That is a really cool product. Snap it all into place. You can pivot it and tighten it down right here. So if you want a higher camera angle, pivot it up. If you want one down in front of you looking up at you, pivot it down. Easy to go right there. And man, that is so simple. And right there, it makes it easy to get 2 different camera angles and film yourself and look like a professional. Yeah, great tool right there. And that is called the Outreach Arm by 4th Arrow. Love that product. I'm gonna try to make sure not to lose this. That would make things so much easier. Now there are products out there, I believe SpyPoint's got them too for like their XLs. If you don't want like a further outreach arm, they do have like little screws. They can just screw into the tree and have like a little bitty pivot arm, so you aren't going to be very far out. But with this, it's going to get you that 4 to 5 foot out, and you're going to be able to watch the whole story. So you guys are going to be seeing this year. We're definitely going to be using this outreach arm every single hunt. And if I got the cameraman with me or not, you're going to see us in the tree. So if I got the cameraman with me, you're going to see us both fumbling around up there as this deer is coming in, whether it be buck or doe. And then if I'm filming myself, you're going to see the chaos that happens behind the scenes of filming yourself. You guys already seen that every single year I've been using these XLs, but now with this outreach arm, it's going to make it a whole lot different, and not just have that camera on the bow just looking down that little bitty zoomed in area. Now you're going to see the whole story. What kind of price is all this? So your outreach arm, you're going to hit $79, I believe. Now your SpyPoints, they all vary out there. You're going to have some at the lower end price point, probably closer to $100, and then they're going to move up from there. So SpyPoints come out with some really good wide angle, secondary angle cameras this past year, and I've been blown away with their quality, period. So you've got to check them out. Just go to spypoint.com, or you can go to 4tharrow.com, and you can check out all their products there. Do you have to rose out on a tree? Okay, I'm gonna try to answer some of these questions. Do you have to equipment? Yeah, before you actually want to sit. Okay, so that's a nice thing. Somebody was asking basically, like, when we go in and, you know, guys like myself that are more professional on filming, do we have to go in 45 minutes even before we hunt to get all this set up? Answer is, I'm probably going to be in there 45 minutes anyway before those deer even start moving at a bare minimum. But with this setup by 4th Arrow, you can already have your base in, and you already know that your shoulder could be, if you hunted there the day before, your shoulder's already balanced and ready to go. So all you're carrying in, literally, at that point, is just your arm. Carrying in your arm, and you're going to carry in your camera and your fluid head. It's not much to carry in. It's pretty simple and easy, actually. I've got a backpack for it. I just throw it all in the backpack. I slip in there, slide it all in, attach it quietly, and get everything set up, get the intro set up. And I like to be sitting there probably about 30 minutes before that sun comes up, and just let the woods quiet down if I've disturbed it by any means. Can't wait to see more of your live hunts. Yeah, this year you should be able to see a lot more live hunts. Can you use this setup? Oh my gosh, you guys are blowing it up. Can you use this setup with climber stands? You bet. The only thing that you won't be able to do with climber stands, sorry, the camera's on a little wiggly arm there. The only thing you won't be able to do with a climber stand is, unless you're going to climb up to the same point every single time, you probably aren't going to leave your base there, so it's going to take you just a little bit longer to set up. That's probably the loudest thing on setting up your camera equipment, is getting that ratchet arm set up. But with Fourth Arrow, being able to afford buying, because they're so much cheaper and better quality than any other product out there, you can buy multiple bases, you can put them up in trees that you know you're going to go in and set. You're bringing in just some attachments, attaching it, and you're ready to hunt at that point. Any other questions out there? Hope you guys are enjoying this, because I have fun talking about this kind of stuff. Otherwise, it's Journey who's laying back here, and she don't want to listen to me when I'm sitting here at home. What bow mount do you use? Bow mount, I have actually used all my attachments for my secondary camera angles are all from Spy Point. They've got bow mounts, they've got shotgun mounts, they've got rifle mounts, scope mounts, they got everything there. So, yeah. You guys are asking about digital SLRs now. I didn't get that out of the truck. So, I do use a digital SLR. I would say a lot of people, that's probably one of the biggest questions I ever get, because people see cameramen on like Sportsman Channel and Outdoor Channel using a digital SLR, which is great. But when you're self-filming your own hunt, using a digital SLR can be really, really tough, because now you have to, for the majority, if you're as picky as I am on the quality of film that you have, if you're on automatic focus, especially with the digital SLR, and a deer is coming through the woods, it's going to be focusing in and out, in and out, in and out the whole entire time on automatic focus that deer is coming in. Well, if you switch it over to manual focus, now you've got probably about 2 hands going on that lens trying to focus as it's coming in, where one hand could already be on the bow and be ready to go. So if you're using one of these handy cams, this is just a G40, like one of these Sony handy cams, you've got everything set up, and just like I've showed you with the Very Zoom, you've got everything back at your fingertips. You've got one hand on your bow, the other hand is right there on the remote waiting for that deer to come into frame. Stop moving your camera, put your release on, you draw it back, ready to shoot. I've got plenty of videos on YouTube that you can watch, and if I'm self-filming, which I am 99.9% of the time, then you can see how it works. So one of you guys just on there just commented about microphones, what I use. So that's one thing. If it depends on the quality of video that you're wanting to lay down. If you're really wanting to step it up, I would say just get started on filming your own hunts. Get like a Canon G20 or even a lower end HD video camera, and see if you're into it. See if it's something that you want to really work with. WHD Outdoors, what's up? And if you do, then progress after that. Then spend the bigger money and invest a little bit more after that. So right off the bat, I wouldn't say a mic is something that you want to really go after. But if you are, then for about 99 bucks, you can get some directional shotgun mics from Rode. So Rode directional shotgun mic for 99 bucks, and they're going to attach to these cameras. They won't attach to your lower end cameras further down than like after the G20. They usually don't have like attachment areas on the cameras, but for a G20 and up and stuff like that, they've usually got mounts for the mics, and you can mic it up and you can get good quality sound on it. So for my digital SLR though, I do use one. I use one a lot for vlogs. I use one for the secondary camera angles if I'm doing the recovery. If I do have a cameraman with me, then I'm going to have it up there. And even this year, I'm probably going to take it a step further and have a digital SLR watching me as I do my narrations. I'll probably have a wide angle of the Spy Point XL watching everything, and then I'm going to be filming with the main G40. That way I can bring even better content than I even have in the past. I use a Canon Canon T5i, and I've got a wide angle lens on it right now. Otherwise I've got like a, can't remember what it is. It's maybe like a, I'm really going blank. I don't remember the zoom. I think it goes up to 200 on it, but it's got a silent focusing lens on it. But anytime that I'm filming, or I'll have a cameraman filming with that, we are going to be using manual focus. You're about to release your arrow. He gets spooked, runs about 25 yards away when he was about 15 yards staring at you. Followed him while he ran, of course, but are you worried about the camera? that all just depends. You've got to be in the moment on there. Now, we're just regular guys doing this hunting show. And I would say if a buck came in, I had him at 15 yards, I didn't get the shot, he spooked, and runs about 25 yards, I'm following with the camera the whole time. Do I worry about trying to follow him with the camera or just follow up with the shot? Depends the buck. If I'm going world record and it's like some freak 200-inch buck, then you can bet I'm going to probably try to swing the camera if I can. But if I can't swing at the camera, there's probably going to be an arrow flying. But for the majority of time, anything that I've done hunting, and I tell my team this all the time, I try to encourage them that if God wants you to kind of kill that buck, or for it to be happening the way it should, then you're going to have that opportunity, especially if you prepared for it and you've prayed for it. So when I'm going in to hunt, I just know that if it doesn't work out, it's not meant to be, and I'm going to get back out in the woods and keep going. Because if you get discouraged after you have a buck run off and you don't want to hunt again, then you might not want to hunt, because that happens all the time. But anyway, yeah, if I'm out there and I don't have a shot and that buck boogers out a little further, I'm following it with the camera. I'm going to try to follow up with a shot. Live and learn. So that's just the way it goes, but that's just the way I kind of have my mentality going into the woods, that I've done everything I can do up to this point, and if it's going to work out, it's going to work out right. And if it's not going to work out right, then it's just not meant to be. And so many times it's not worked out the way I thought it was going to work out, and I just had to have that peace. And it seems like always something better happens down the road that God had planned for me that I had no idea, and it always happens better than I could have ever expected it. We've been using Bowtechs for the last couple of years. Someone asked what kind of bows do we use. No drones in Wisconsin for hunting. That's one thing. I don't know the rules and regulations on the drones over flying them over deer and stuff, but it's just something that I didn't figure is probably right. I've never flown a drone over a deer, tried to scout or look at a deer or anything with a drone. It's just not what I do. Now, I do use drones as far as for our management series. If you guys have been watching our management series, we've been flying the drones because it gives you a good idea of the layout of the land. It gives you exactly the idea of why I put the food plot where I did, why I put the tree stand where I did, how the deer traverse through the property, and I love it for that reason. Fair chase whitetails, man, I appreciate it. So anyway, that's what's going on there. Now let's see how much further we got. We got 20 minutes left. I'm going to talk to you guys real quick about the Dirt Nap Gear broadheads, and I'm going to talk to you guys about the rack seasoning, and we're still going to keep on commenting on here. And you guys have been great. We've had, on average, about 60 plus people on here. Editing software, I use Final Cut Pro 10. I do all the editing myself. How long do the batteries last in the camera? That's a good question. So that's probably one thing that you always, Justin's on there, hey, that's probably one thing that you always want to make sure when you are going in the field is make sure all your cameras are charged. As far as the Spy Point Excels, if you get like the regular like HD2 or HD, I've left it on even like for like time lapse and stuff. I've even got, I don't even know, honestly. I could probably leave it recording for 4 hours. But you can also buy replacement batteries. I have replacement batteries that are always charged usually with me, just in case that one dies. And then as far as like a G40, this is a larger battery that you can see here. You can buy this additional. I believe it's about 80 bucks or somewhere around in there to buy the larger battery. And I really honestly don't know how long. I haven't even charged this thing forever because I've not been using it because we've been in our management series. And it says I don't have a card, so it's not going to tell me any information. But this one will probably go, man, for hours. I mean, 6-8 hours probably, something like that when it's fully charged. So yeah, as far as like, would that seasoning be good on jerky? Oh yeah, I guarantee it. I haven't tried it on jerky. I've tried it on a lot of things. As far as audio on these cameras, on like the Spy Points, audio is actually pretty good. This one's a waterproof housing right here, so it's actually tight right now, so the sound is not good when it's in waterproof mode because the mic is blocked. But it's not the quality of what I would have for, you know, like television kind of stuff. So normally I've got this camera angle going and I've got my other camera angles going, and the other camera angles have a Rode mic, which is a very high-end mic, and I'm going to pull that audio and just use this overlapping. It's all about editing. So, but the barrel mounts, yeah, I use a barrel. Well, I use actually scope mounts for these. So, when the new hat's going to come out. New hats have actually come out, but we've changed who is making our products, and hopefully by the end of August we're going to have a full line of stuff. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the Dirt Nap Gear broadhead. So let's switch topics real quick, because the Dirt Nap Gear was so gracious to allow us to give away some of their Dirt Nap Gear broadheads. Now these are some exceptional broadheads here. I actually have some opened up. These have all been used and shot a million times. Let's get one here. A little dirty, but so they are a fixed blade, and they have these bleeder blades on the side, and that is some hard steel. These things fly great. They really do, and I have shot these through deer, and I have dug them in oak trees behind the deer that I've shot, almost all the way up to the actual arrow, or to like to your shaft here. It's how strong these things are, and we've drilled them out and pulled them out, and they've still been in great shape. These are some really tough broadheads out there. They actually make they come out, that's their DRT, which is probably going to be my favorite of all time just because of what I started with. But they also have this one for both fixed and mechanical. You have the BMF, so you can see how the broadhead is there. It's a fixed blade too, but then on impact these open up, and that's their brand new BMF that I've not shot into a deer yet because they're brand new, but I'm going to. I've shot them into the targets and they do great. So I will be using these as well this year. And then they've got some turkey broadheads out there too, shred heads. So what grain? You're going to have 100, 125. They actually come with a modular system on here. You open up this package here. That way you guys can see them a little bit better. It's getting dark, I know. I'm out in the country and outside, so you can see they have the modular systems on here that's going to allow you to get up to 125 grains, but otherwise they're going to be at 100 grains there. Pretty cool broadhead. Do you have any ladies on team yet? We just don't have any ladies yet, for the reason that we just haven't had much interest from the ladies so far as applying. But no matter who comes on, lady or guy, we get a lot of applicants, and I'll tell you, they just have to meet the criteria of the show and make sure they're a good fit for the team. And when they aren't, they aren't. So anyway, 150, 175 grains. I'd have to look on their website to see what they have for that. Love your videos. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Actually, if you guys want, give a whole bunch of thumbs up or comment on there that you guys want to see me shoot one. I'll shoot one right now, just to show you how well they fly. Now I have, for most of my arrows, they all fly slightly different than a field tip. There's hardly any fixed blade out there that's going to fly exactly like a field tip. But these arrows, if you fine tune them, or these broadheads, they fly just as accurate as a field tip. And right now I actually had them tuned for their shred heads that are for turkey hunting. Oh, that's not the shred head, sorry. I have too many varieties of arrows in my quiver. Hold on. I'll shoot that one. Let's see if I can pull out a shred head. Yeah, so here's their shred head. That's what I had them tuned for. That's for turkey hunting right there. Or probably be good for small game as well. But fine tune these things and they fly awesome. Looks like you guys want me to shoot. It's getting dark. I hope I can see my peep side. We're gonna shoot. Right now I have Luminox on my bow, or on my arrows. yeah, I'm going to shoot right down here. I actually put a target out here just in case. These vanes, I don't tune the vanes. Somebody's asking if I actually tune the vanes. I don't. I actually use a, it's kind of like a cold seal glue, and then I'll heat it and fine tune my broadhead to fly the best with the vanes that are on there, and I get very, very accurate. Do you leave your cameras on full hunt or turn them when the game comes in? I always just turn my cameras on when the game comes in. Otherwise you're going to be looking through like a lot of footage. So I'm going to shoot for you guys real quick. I'm going to turn this around. Woo! How's that? Hopefully you guys can see the target there. So using the Dirt Nap Gear broadheads, we're going to be giving a package of these away tonight. It's getting kind of dark here. Shooting into a walk-on archery target. It's a really cool target. I'll have to show you guys real quick. This is actually, I haven't got to shoot into this very much, but this is called the Marksman, and it is a brand new target on their line this year. Best targets I've ever shot into in my entire life. All right, so here we go. You ready? Dirt Nap, gonna fly. I'm kind of gonna have to guess. I'm gonna put on 20 yards because I'm not 20 yards, but I'll have to just kind of fine tune it there. I hate doing this live. It's very, very nerve-wracking, and it's getting hard to see my peep. But it don't get no better than that right there. How many of you guys think I was gonna miss that thing completely? I'm not gonna Robin Hood one because that $20 probably isn't gonna pay for my arrow, but thank you. So anyway, we're going to go up here and we're going to check this out for you guys. Oh, that's pretty close to being bullseye. That's not bad. So anyway, this is the Marksman by Walk On Archery. Great, exceptional product. It's actually made for broadheads and field point both. So you can see a broadhead side. Your 6 other sides are for field point, and then you've got another broadhead side back here. I'm going to turn this around. It's lightweight, easy to travel with. If you look inside, it's made out of basically the foam material. A lot of it's made out of it. I think it's maybe got a different core inside. I'm not 100% for sure. But arrows are just easy to pull out. I've dug that in there with that Dirt Nap. This target's only been shot a couple times, so it penetrated in there really far. I want to try to show you guys how easy it is to pull out. There you go. Well, there you go. Nice and easy. How many shots can that take roughly? I don't know. It's kind of like one of those lollipops. The world may never know because I've never gotten to the end of it yet. I've been shooting one of them for 2 years now, and it's pretty destroyed, but it still stops my arrows. Great. So anyway, do you like Rage broadheads? I've shot them. I've heard a lot of stories about them. I choose to shoot Dirt Nap. I'm just a fixed blade kind of person. Now they've got expandable out there, they're BMFs, and I'm gonna have to try them this year. They might slide me over to liking those expandables a little bit more, but I'm on the side that still has, it's both fixed and mechanical, so I still got my fixed blade. So tell you guys what, I'm fixing to give away the rack seasoning. I'm gonna go turn on the outside light here so we have a little bit more light. I'm gonna give away the rack seasoning and tell you guys exactly how to enter to win the Dirt Nap Gear broadheads, because I'm gonna give those away tomorrow before probably around 6 or 7 tomorrow. I'll be giving those away. So anyway, if you guys are interested in the rack seasoning, I'm fixing to give away 4 of these right now. All right. So we're going to see, I'm going to have to watch this video back is what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to watch this video back, and the people's names that I call out are the ones that are going to get it. And how do you get it? Well, you had to hopefully be interactive enough that I'm going to scroll up here on this, and I'm going to stop randomly 4 different times. Those 4 people have to private message me on Facebook. Just look up The Hunting Grounds, or private message me on YouTube, or even on Instagram at THG TV. That's it. So at THG TV. Yeah, you guys are all commenting now. Well, I'm scrolling, so here we go. Boy, there's a lot of you guys. So first off, bam, here's the winner. Falcons Hunter. Send me a message. You always message me anyway. Send me a message reminding me you won. I'm going to need your address, and we're going to ship you a bottle of Rex seasoning. Simple and easy as that. So next on the list, you guys ready? I'm scrolling right now. See, my finger is actually scrolling. There we go. Stopping right there. Dakota Whittington. Whittington. You're the second winner. We're going to keep going. Here we go. Third winner is going to be Austin Bosater. Bostater. And one more. Let's get a lady. I don't think we've got a lady on here. I don't know if we can pick a lady too. Like, it's going to be hard because some of you guys' names aren't what your names actually are. So that makes it really tough. So we're going to go right to here. Let's see. I'm not seeing one. Here we go. I'm looking. I'm scrolling down from where I stopped. See if we've got a lady that can see. Here we go. I'm going to go down the bottom. Tell you what, comment right now. If you're a lady that watches our show, just say hi. And I can't tell. Yeah, all of you guys are saying you're a lady. That's a lie. I have no idea. It's got to have someone on here. There we go. Haley Caldwell. I can tell because you got a profile, you got a nice name. There you go. So Haley Caldwell, you're our fourth winner. You guys are all getting a bottle of Rack seasoning. So say thanks to Rax. Check them out. Just go to rackseasoning.com. Use it on everything. It's kind of got a little kick to it. So the heavier you go, which like I like to do, the better it gets for me. So there's the fourth one. Now, for the pack of Dirt Nap Gear Broadheads. Where'd they go? I don't even know where I put them now. Did I put them back in the pack? I did. So for the pack of Dirt Nap Gear Broadheads, this is a big deal right here. Here you go. Ready? Oh, yeah. Everybody's like commenting like, are you going to give it away like that again? So tell you what, I'm going to give this away tomorrow. And it'll probably, I'll post it at, I'm going to pick by 6 o'clock tomorrow. So you have by 6 p.m. tomorrow to go enter to win this. And I'm going to pick a winner. And the way you have to do it, you have to go to our Instagram. I'm going to post a picture after I'm done live here with me and the Broadheads. All I ask you to do is share it to your page, like your own Instagram page, and tell people to check out the hunting grounds that you want to win this pack of Dirt Nap Gear Broadheads, and comment down below, I want one. So when you comment down below on that photo on our Instagram at THGTV, that enters you, but then I'm going to go to your account, and if you shared it or posted it on your account, then you've won. So I'm going to do that by 6 o'clock tomorrow, but I'm going to post a picture right after here. Tell everybody, make sure you share it on your page and tell people to check it out, but we're going to do that. Guys, I've really appreciated you guys tuning in. It is actually 8:56. We are going to wrap up this live video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Comment down below. Give a thumbs up. Tell me what you want to see on the next live video. And you guys just keep on keeping on like you guys are. And we're just going to be able to do more and more and more for you guys. So I'm going to have to leave you guys. Somebody said, I like seeing that on there. WH Outdoors says, don't leave me. So I love that you guys tune into this. You guys have no idea what it means to me. We're going to talk a whole lot more. We got a whole lot more videos coming up. Make sure you guys have subscribed to our YouTube, because we have new videos coming out every single week. And you guys keep on viewing the live videos like you have here. Then we're going to keep just doing more live videos, and hopefully do more and more and bigger giveaways. So guys, thumbs up, comment down below, make sure you subscribe. Until next time, have a better than average day.